You see this face? You see this face? The mall don't open till 11. I'm here at 10 o'clock. On Sundays, it opens at 11. And I was already starting to salivate over the pretzels. So that means I'm gonna have to come back here later today and get my pretzels. But that's life. That's life. So, this is part 2 of me walking to the mall and ended up to get some pretzels to end up that the pretzels are not gonna be there to walking back home. But whatever, walking's good. I'm still gonna get when I was in Japan, I would be like, you know what, I want to get some Kit Kats. And I'd go to the local store or the corner store, like a 7-Eleven, right? And I'd go there and I go into the aisle and I go to look at, and there's no Kit Kats. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I go to the next one, it's maybe down the block on the other corner. I get there and it'll be like apple pecan Kit Kats, because they do that in Japan. Like, I don't want apple pecan, I just want, the good stuff, the regular, original. I go to the next, and then I'm like going to 20 different stores and there's no freaking plain. But yeah. So it was a Hummer H3. When I was younger, I wanted to get a Hummer, an H1, for the absurdity of it, like, because it takes up 2 parking spots and it's just like not even a real. I think at that time it was the steering wheel was on the other side. Then the H2s came out and I'm like, yeah. H3s, ugh. If I was on Price is Right and they're like, hey, you're gonna win a H3, my face would have been like, really? I wonder how much I could sell that for. So at my friend's party, they're like, because on Jeopardy, there's a dude from Philadelphia killing it. He was an Uber driver. He was a something before, now he's an Uber driver. And he has, a 12-day streak. He just be slick with it, man. And they're like, yeah, did you take the test? And I'm like, I never thought of it. The people in my circle, they don't think about taking tests to be on Jeopardy. Like, my dad's always like, I don't know nothing. Like, you don't need to know a lot of stuff. You just need to, know. Like, sometimes there's questions about the Bible. My dad might kill that category. If there's questions about farming, Jamaica, he could have a board that's, what is this in Jamaica? How do you say this in Patois? Farm life, the Bible, kids today. He would kill that category. He would run the board. So you never know. So when I get home today or later this week, I'm just gonna do Price is Right. Cause I want to go in there. So when it's like, and Matt Bailey, and I'm gonna walk my ass down there all slow and whatever, and I'm gonna do $1 each time. $1. And then when it comes to prize, like, there's this new game thing where you gotta run back and forth. I ain't running back and forth. I'm just gonna, cause I'm a little upset with how people be jumping around and acting all weird. Where's the coolness? Or I might do I don't know. There's a bunch. I don't think I could get on the Beast. I don't like that one. Or the suitcase one. Make a deal. As soon as I hit 100 grand, I'm really like, oh, I don't know. And then, boom, done. So I might have to lie in the interview, like, I gamble so much. And then when I get up there, like, 100,000, I'm good. I don't care. $1 million in the case. So yeah. So then I could be like, I was living in Japan and then tragedy hit, but now I'm on here. But I don't know who I'm gonna have for guests to come. I don't know if they, like, I guess you would have to pre-check or whatever. But I don't know. It's TV business, so I'm pretty sure I saw one. She's like, I haven't seen my son in 39 years. And then he appears. So I think they would have to, okay, do you want to see your mom? You haven't seen her in 39 years. Like, you going to pay for the flight and the hotel? But, man, I really wanted that pretzel. I was getting excited about it. We're going to take another way back home. I think it's longer. But it was a skating rink when we used to go back in the day. And I remember holding the hands of, that was the thing. You hold the hands as you're skating. Where I live, I guess it's my area, but I guess it's more where I live. I didn't know people dance when you skate, you know? Because, like, roll bounce, and I follow some people on Insta, and they be all, like, doing all this crazy shit when they're dancing. All we did was just go around and around, and we might go backwards every now and then. But, yeah, holding hands, that was a thing. I didn't skate in Japan. I ice skated. That was kind of scary because although statistically I guess it doesn't happen, but what if your finger gets sliced off because it's under? Plus it's cold. I'm all frozen. Let it go. Oh man, my friends and I used to come up here. So my friend who was saying that kids don't do shit, yeah, my friends and I used to walk out to the mall and walk all this because we had nothing else to do. Like, kids, what is this? What's it saying? Can't walk this way? Is that what that sign means? What is that sign? I mean, it never stopped me before, but what is this sign? All right, I'm gonna walk it anyway because I don't think it's a crime. This ain't a highway. It's a street. But I should be on the other side because I don't know. I always felt weird about this. So at least I can see the person who's hitting me if I'm on the side where the cars are coming. Versus if I'm on the other side, I ain't gonna know who hit me, but I might be able to see the license plate on the way down. So maybe that's what it was all about. So my dad, he's always like talking about, because he used to live in England. He's like, in England? I'm like, but we're not in England, Dad, we're here. Oh man, I don't know if I said this coming up, but this morning my dad's like, did you know you left your car doors open? And I'm like, it's a weird question because it's if I knew I left them open, then I would have locked them. So I must not have known because they were open. Like, what do you say to that? And then the next phase is, why are you checking the car doors? Because you would have to physically go to the door and open it. Like, why would you do that? And then the third part is, do you do this every day? Check the car doors to see if I open them or close them? So then I'm like, yeah, and to add to it, the button, the little thing to close all four doors, the main door doesn't work anymore. So I have to like close with the key. But the side, every other door opens with the... Yeah, so I don't drive, you know, that's my mom's car. So I haven't driven. So every now and then I go out to like go food shopping and I forget where I park. And our little thing doesn't like beep. So I'm like walking in circles because I don't know the car like that. It's a silver car. But yeah. I do like driving. It's eventually I'm gonna not figure out, but be comfortable to drive and do videos. But I'm still nervous about driving. I'm better. Like once I have my navigation thing on, I can make the turns. I don't like driving at night because like the car lights be all super bright, blinding me, and they be all up my ass. Like I'm doing a speed limit, but I'm getting better. I might even take a trip down to Philly. I have driven down there before when I was gone, but not since I've been back. But yeah, man. I was thinking about making I'm good.
All right.
Wow. That's interesting. I should have took the ride just to see where that goes. Or maybe that's like someone of bad nature, and he saw that I had the camera, and he's like, shit. That's pretty interesting. My friend last night was saying that she's implementing anytime someone asks her to do something, she's going to say yes to see where that goes. With the little qualifications that, you know, nothing illegal and blah, blah, blah. I was going to do that because I was talking to a friend, and he said he did something similar. Like for a whole year, he just said yes to everything that people asked him because he was trying to, I forget, he was trying to get out of himself. I forget the conversation. So I was going to do that, but then, because some people take advantage of you, but regardless, you just go with it and see where it goes. So I should have hopped, I need a ride, and then maybe he would have been like a record producer. He's like, hey, and by the way, I'm looking for someone. I just can't find it. But yeah, so my dad was saying that, and then I left the house, and I was like, when I was in Japan, I never locked my door. I mean, I'd lock it if I'm leaving the country or going away for a couple of days. But if I was just walking down the street, I ain't locking the door. Logic being, who the hell's gonna rob me? The sole black guy in this little neighborhood. I wish they would, was my feeling. When I lived in on the 18th floor of a building with my girlfriend at the time, I didn't lock that door either. Because to get into the building, you need the key card to get into the building. You need the key card to get into the elevator. And now you're on the floor. You pass like 8 billion cameras. And I'm like, who the hell's gonna rob us? We're on the 18th floor. Maybe there's some broke person up there just getting by. And again, who's gonna rob me? Because, you know, my neighbors weren't like all, hi, they just kind of, But yeah. So now I gotta make sure I lock that door every day. Otherwise, my dad's gonna... The other day it was raining, right? And my dad's window was open. What's the logic? But we all gotta do what we all gotta do. So yeah, this is we'll walk around if we get in there. But like, it's such a beautiful day, man. This is almost like life in Japan. Kinda. Not really. Like, it's different. Like, when people ask me, like, it's just different. Like, maybe I could post some pictures of, like, it's just different landscape. The sky is different. The cloud, like, it's just different. But that gives me an idea. Like, if I eventually, when things progress take some trips to different states, because I assume things would be different and it'd be exciting for me. I wonder, can we get, I don't think we can go back there. But like, if you could see, it's like a small amusement park-ish thing. I wonder if it's open. And it's open. I feel like I can't be walking in there though. Well, it says no trespass. Okay, I'm not. Well, have a look. Yeah. It's so weird, man. When I used to go to this little spot, this was the spot. This is what I look forward to. Okay, we're on the wrong. No, we're on the right side. This was a spot. This is what I would look forward to, you know? Some nights at the skating rink, I didn't hold anyone's hand, and I'd kind of feel sad. But, you know, the whole holding hand things was kind of, because they'd be all clammy and sweaty. But, yeah. Some of the things I look forward to, I think I already talked about this, is actually this park is open. I might even stop it. Look, it says it's open. That might be my thing today. I'm gonna go to the park, reminisce. I might even get on a ride, go get my pretzels, and then go do music. But Bushkill Park Swap Meet Craft Show, June 26th. So, there's some stuff going on. Go see the world. Therapy, right? So yeah, I was saying that she's always like questioning, like if I stop talking, it's like, so what were you gonna say? But that's just how I always been. I edit my thoughts, and just I could do it in real time. I could do it faster. But what I'm trying not to do is just waste the time that, now I'm not paying for this session, so whatever, but I mean, I don't want to just talk about whatever I'm talking about, because it has no, a lot of it, you just gotta take it as it is. I'm a different guy. I think differently. So you just gotta take that. Don't try to figure it out. I mean, I guess that's her job. But anyway, I was thinking, what is this? I've never taken this path. I wonder where it goes. Should we do it? One time, wow, it's like a bike trail. I mean, I don't know where it goes, but we're gonna do it. We're on new territory now. Hopefully it brings me out to like freaking closer to home. I ain't never been out here before. I never walk out here. Now this is nice. This was Japan for me, just walking around and finding some random stuff. Nature. I should have. So I was thinking of going in there, right? Because she doesn't like that I hold my breath, and she's gonna say something. I'm just gonna. That'd be funny, but I'm there. Like, I want to be there. Like, if I was forced to be there, then yeah, that might be a way of it. I think this is gonna bring me right into the park. This is nice. Like, this feels like Japan. This part, quiet, peaceful. What's this? Property borderline. Okay. I don't know if I would be out here at nighttime. There don't seem to be no lights. Because it is America. It seems like the dead bodies are buried. But in the daytime, yeah, it looks nice. But yeah. Got a little chirpity chirp. Yo, one time I went out with my friend. We went out to where did we go? We went out to New Jersey, across the bridge, and we passed this thing, and this bird was chirping. It was like chirp chirp, and then it did a chicka chicka, and it just started cycling through different chirps. And I'm like, that can't be a bird. What kind of bird has multiple chirps? And it just kept doing it. So then I was like, it's probably a recording. And maybe they recorded the sounds of birds to scare other birds away. Like, what kind of, like, a bird's he hears his chirp, 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 and he's like, oh, that's my people's. So a bunch of birds are gonna loiter at that spot. But then he hears another bird, and the bird's like, and he's like, what kind of crazy bird is this? And then the birds are like, we're not gonna hang out here because that bird is crazy. So maybe that was the logic. I don't know, but yeah, I like it out here. I might make this, well, I want to see where this comes out, and maybe I could come back in. But it is, one thing I kind of regret, well, it is what it is, but it would have been nice. I don't think my mom was walking. I mean, she was supposed to walk, but she didn't like walking. But it'd been cool to walk with my mom, just walk. My dad walks to the mailbox. It's like, we're on 13th Street, so he walks down to 11th Street. He walks pretty fast, because one day I saw him walking, and good morning. When I looked out the window, he was like way down there. So then I put on my shoes, I was gonna run all the way down there and then sit on someone's random stoop. And then when my dad passed, like, what's up, Dad? But I don't know if he would be like, it's funny, or he'd be like, you scared, because I mean, I get it. I move like a ninja in my house, so he never notices. Like, when I run up the steps, I'm all like, just, because I don't want to make any noise. And I'm quick, whatever. So I could be in the kitchen, whatever, and then as the microwave is whatever, I fly up the steps to get whatever, and then my dad comes up the steps, and then he's like, he looks in my room like, hey, Dad. He's like, you scared me. Which isn't my intention. But I'll get on the side. Yeah, I know where, well, yeah, I think it's gonna go right into the, actually, no, I'm not gonna do this because it's only 10:14. I was gonna say maybe I could go down here and then walk back to the mall, but I'm just going to go home and drive back to the mall. But yeah, my aunt, when I would come home for Christmas, my aunts would call and be like, hey, Matthew, and then we talk. We didn't talk, like, I don't recall talking to anyone, my aunts, when I was in Japan, just when I come home back from, right? So she lives like on, I don't know, 2 blocks up. So she came down, like, she walked to the house, and then we walked. She said she's walking to CVS. Like, I'll walk with you. And then we walked together up to CVS. And, hey, look, it's a red bird. I should come out here with my camera, do some bird hunting. That's a nice, anyway. So we're walking, and it was kind of nice, kind of weird, because we never, like, on the phone, it's, hey, how you doing? How's your tan? Da, 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 da. Okay, take care. Bye. Have a safe. So now this is like but just enjoying each other's company. My uncle, he came by yesterday, 2 days ago. And when I went to Jamaica, my uncle, I met him there, my mom's brother. And I remember he was driving on these windy roads to get to where my grandma's house was. And it was all like winding. And I remember he would always call me Yankee. Yankee, Yankee. But that's about it. And then he was here in America, and he would usually take me down to the temple. He would drive, or he might pick me up from the airport a couple of times. But that's about it. I don't remember getting Christmas cards or stuff from any of my aunts or uncles. So now that I'm an uncle, I for the most part, I'm doing what I've seen uncles and aunts do. I don't know where this is coming out. We're learning stuff. But yeah, he comes over and I'm like, hey, uncle. He's like, hey. And he's like, you're getting fat. Who wants to hear that? But hey, whatever. I'm eating. And as he's saying that, I got this, because it was pizza day, Friday. So I had this pizza in my mouth, like, you're getting fat. I'm just like, whatever. So he asked me, you know, how are things going? So my uncle was there when my brother and I got into an argument. And my brother and my uncle are much closer, so I'm sure he got the story, whatever. So he's asking me, how are things going? And I'm like, He's like, what do you mean, I'm like, He's like, you're alive? Yeah, I'm alive. And leave it at that. I'm alive. But, and then I go back upstairs. Because again, it's not like we were talking. It's not like, I think I do talk more to my nephews and nieces. That's not true either. Because when I was in Japan, I don't really remember calling any of them. My niece, she calls the house. And I usually pick up because that's my job. So we talk. My nephew, if I see him, like if, you know, we might talk or we might not. My other niece. So that was one of the things I want to work on. Talk more with my nephews and nieces. But, well, it shouldn't be a but I don't know what to talk about. I don't know. Because I don't know where I am. Because I see a security truck. Am I trespassing? But I see a bike trail. I don't know where I am. Oh, snap. So this building is the Crayola factory. For those of you who know what Crayola factory is. Crayons. You know, the 8 colors, but then they made like 8 billion more colors. Skin tone colors. I see where I am. So when I was in Japan, I did this open mic and I'm like, da da da. And the guy comes up and, oh, you're really nice. Where you from? So I'm always like, you know, Pennsylvania. Because, you know, it's a state. Or I might go America, but, you know, Pennsylvania. He's like, where in Pennsylvania? Then I'll be like, Philadelphia, because, you know, it's a bigger city. Like, I say I live close to Philadelphia. He's like, no, where do you live? I'm like, Easton. I live in Easton. He's like, oh, snap. I go to Easton. I'm like, what? He's like, I work at the Crayola factory. I'm like, you work in the Crayola factory? He's like, yeah, I work at the Crayola factory. It was so random. Another random story. So my friends, we used to come out here and there used to be this big dumpster. And we used to jump in the dumpster. It wasn't food, it was Crayola stuff. And we used to steal the Crayola goods. Now, there was a reason they were in the garbage. Because they were no longer good. So we're getting all these defective crayons. Yeah. But okay. So that comes out here. Now where are we at? We're going back to the street, I guess. Back to the street. So there's a Crayola museum in the center of my city. And it's huge. Like, it has, like, people, like, if you look at license plates, they're coming from all over to come to a crayon factory. For us people in Easton, like, whatever. It's kind of like people from all over the world will watch me talk about this and that. But the people, like, I showed my dad something. I was showing him some videos, right? So I started with, well, he's not gonna get the lyrics of what I'm saying, metaphors and all that. But if I have like women dancing with me, you know, he's all like, yeah. So I showed him the one where Mommy Sue and I were dancing. And he's like, look at my son dancing. Oh, oh, oh. Then I showed him one where I'm like doing some, I wouldn't call it DJ work, but I'm mixing songs, whatever. And he's like, where the women at? Like, well, the women are on the other side watching me. Like, they should come up and chase you down. Now, I don't know if I should tell them the stories because they're just weird. For example, that night at that event where I was doing the thing, there was this woman. After I got off the stage, she's like, yo, you're better than all these people in here. Now, some of those were my friends, so I guess thanks for the compliment, but it's like, nah, you shouldn't be in this space, man. You're so good. I'm like, hey, I don't know what you are. Oh, it's a squirrel. So, because my spider senses were going off. I heard something. So, she's just like, you're so good. And she's like all up on me. Like there's like, here's a bench. Maybe 5 people could sit on it. She's kind of like if you're in the urinal, 5 urinals, what's the rule that's not spoken about is if there's another dude in there, you go on the other side. Or there should always be a urinal in between. And if there isn't any urinal in between, use the bathroom stall, right? But this woman, she's like basically on my lap. And she just saw, you're so good. I love your voice. She's going on and on. And I'm like, you know, I think she mentioned she had a husband or some shit. It came up, but she's like, that wasn't an issue. And she's like, let me give you my number. So then we part, I go get a drink. I'm talking to my friend. I circle back to her. She's like, I see you talking to them other girls. Like, wow. And then she left, and I called her or texted her, but she never texted me back. Like if I told so the story might start off really great, if it's gonna end that way. So I don't think my dad would care for such stories. I got a lot of those stories because that's me. But oh man, this path is really long. Because it would have been if I was found the highway or where I came. I'd already been doing this already. I've never walked, I guess with my friends, because we walked to the skating rink. But it would have to had been, let's see, I'm 40, 15 years Japan, 20 years, 30 years or something like that, 28 years ago that I would have walked in this path. And I bet that young boy would not even be thinking about this, holding technology to record himself, coming from another country, the internet. Although I always been a dreamer, so I do think if I could have met my younger self and be like that LeBron James commercial where he's talking to his younger self, and his younger self is like, am I gonna go to the playoffs or some shit? And then he's just like, it's up to you, man. And then he's like, I'm going to the. I think that would have been me. Like, man, the world is your oyster. And he's like, but I don't eat oysters. But I know what you mean. And then, oh man. At this point in time, I would I mean, it's not cold. It's not hot. I'm good, I think. Yo, if I were to try to make a video, I mean, technology would have been different, but my battery would have died like 10 years ago. Like this battery, iPhone, what am I, 12, 13, whatever. I'm one below the, so if it's at 13, I'm at 12. It's at 12, I'm 11. No, I think it's 12. Anyway, this battery, man, I shouldn't talk because karma's gonna come in there. Like, oh, you want to talk all that shit? But I sleep with my phone. I know I shouldn't, but it's just what I do because I make beats when I wake up. And I check my socials and all that, but the idea is to wake up and make some beats. I use my phone to make beats. So I didn't charge it. It was on like red light. And then I plugged it in. I went downstairs, warmed up the water for my dad. Washed my face. So it was like, what, 10-minute charge, and you see what's going on. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be dying soon because it hasn't been charged up. When I climbed Mount Fuji, the phone I had going up died. iPad died. Wow. We're gonna stop this one at 41 because that's just what we're gonna do. I want to listen to some music and get some vibes. Because I think I mentioned this before. When I'm out like this, in this kind of space and I'm freestyling, my brain is activated. It's a different kind of freestyle when I'm sitting in the house. Different freestyle when I'm in the car. Different freestyle when I'm in Japan. Like, location based. There's an app, or if I recorded myself using like the vocal recorder on your phone, it geo maps it to the location. So I'm pretty sure I could find a pattern of where my best freestyle spots are. But yeah, get my freestyling. From where I'm at right now, I'm probably another 35 minutes out, because you see how this road is bending like that? I'm down, I'm bending. So 30 minutes freestyle. That's cool. Yesterday when I was coming up, I was freestyling. It's just like, I wish I had my mic, but the very act of having a mic just, it changes. It's like, what the hell is this car doing? Yo, man, I hate, because I walk all the time, right? I hate seeing dead animals. I mean, I see them in the car, like when I'm driving, you see the roadkill animals. But when I'm walking and I see dead animals, it's scary, because I'm thinking, like, I just saw a dead bird. So I hold my breath, because I don't want to get whatever that bird had. It doesn't work that way, and I'm pretty sure whatever it was. What's this red car doing? I guess it's doing a U-turn, or they're coming to pick me up, cart me away. Where are we at? 38? 38, 38. Oh man, I worked up an appetite. I didn't eat breakfast yet. I didn't anticipate to be out this long. So I've been walking, let's see, I walked to the mall, that was 40 minutes, or more than 40. And now I'm walking back. So that puts us at another, wow, we're gonna hit 2 hours of walking. This is nice. It's very scenic. And lots of bugs. I'm not against bugs, but you know, they fly in your face. Like, if they could, you know that song? They smile in your face. What they do? So fly in your face. So it'd be like, they fly in. So this might be longer than. So sometimes I pick random things to listen to. So I downloaded like a soul music thing, and I would get so excited because I would hear, yo, that sounds like it just like I get excited, like I know that song, I know the remix. Because back in the day, like now things, they're blatantly remixed. Like the song Drake did, I think it's Lauryn Hill, or maybe it's because it's my ear. But anyway, the songs that they remix sound exactly like the songs was before. Now I guess they could say the same. No, it's what's all right. Example, DJ Premier. The original doesn't sound like that. I mean, it's chopped and looped. Versus like it's just sped up or slowed down. But I get it. I always wanted to go climb up there. I think we did. We didn't climb, but we walked up there. But yeah, I get excited because I hear songs, and then I Google it because I'm just like because I won't be able to like what let's see, I'm trying to remember. It was this random guy, but it makes sense. I'm all over the place, but because when I was listening to my nephew and my friend's younger son, they're about the same age, and the songs that they were sampling were like the songs that are on the radio or on TV now. And it's like you could sample anything. You could sample music from the Andes, but you're sampling the same thing. But that's what we do. Like that's what most, like that's first level sampling, to sample what everyone else is sampling, because that's how you sample. But then you start getting deeper and deeper. Like yesterday I sampled the birds outside my window, flipped it. But yeah, we hit 42 minutes. And as always, thank you for watching. I'm probably gonna upload these at the same time. But yeah, walking and talking. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. Let's see what I end up calling it. All right, be safe. Peace.